Happy International Women's Day. I'm Libby Brodie.
And I'm Cris Datcu.
And we are here talking about our favourite wines made by women that your mother is going to love for this Mothering Sunday. So today is International Women's Day, and we are looking at wines that we think your mother is going to love, because this Sunday is Mothering Sunday, and these wines are all made by amazing female winemakers. So Cris, you are the wine buyer for...
I'm the wine buyer for the wine tasting shop, which is just here in Balham.
It's my favourite local. I love them a great deal. And they just won Best Regional Independent Wine Shop at the Decanter Awards. So you're kind of a big deal now.
Thank you, that's very kind of you.
It's my pleasure. Why are these glasses empty? What's going on?
Well,
What's going on?
So, let me show you the first one I brought.
Okay.
And this is one of my favorite champagnes in the shop. It's called André Jacquart. It's a Blanc de Blanc made in Vertu, which is a Premier Cru in Champagne. Mm-hmm. And the head winemaker for this is a lovely lady called Marie Doyard, which we've had the pleasure to meet at the shop a couple of months back. And she's third generation champagne producer. Cheers.
Cheers. I was like...
she's the third generation champagne producer, and she comes from a really long family with a great pedigree in making champagne. Her father was a champagne maker as well, same as her mother and her uncle. And her grandfather, which this is named after, André Jacquart, was one of the most influential growers who started producing their own champagne as early as the 1950s.
Wow.
Which for a small house is really commendable.
So Cris has gone for great pedigree here. History, entrenched in the Champagne region, a female winemaker supported by her family, and it's absolutely delicious. What would you serve this with for Mother's Day?
I would definitely have this with any aperitif, especially seafood. If you're a big fan of oysters, I absolutely love this with oysters. It has a slight hint of minerality and then a little bit of lemon citrusiness on the back.
It's absolutely stunning, really gorgeous. How much was this retail for?
I think this retails for 57 or 58.
Oh, treating your mother well.
Yeah.
Well, I've actually also gone for a sparkling. So this is Nyetimber. Of course, I had to go English. Had to support the English winemakers. And this is actually made by the head maker, Sherry Spriggs, who was, I believe, the first person outside of Champagne, just saying, fighting talk, to win the accolade of Best Sparkling Winemaker in 2018, and also the first woman to do so. So this is my choice, and it's £10 off in Waitrose right now. So it's $29.99.
Great.
Bargain. It's really beautiful, really fine, delicate bubbles, lovely green, crisp apples, and a hint of that brioche as well from the traditional method technique. So same as champagne. Okay, next up, what if your mother likes a red? I see you've brought a red. I've actually brought a white. We didn't even plan this. This is very well done. Tell me about the red.
So the red is made by Nyetimber, who was South Africa's first black female winemaker. And she started in the late 90s, early 2000s by producing wine. And she was one of the, as a fan of South African wines like I am, you know the term virtual winemaker. So she was a virtual winemaker. She didn't have any vines. She bought grapes, and she didn't have a winery, and she rented space in a winery. That's how she managed to make her first vintages up until 2009, when she won a Winemaker of the Year award in South Africa, making her the first woman to win that award in South Africa. Since then, she started producing under the label of Aslina, and which is the name of her grandmother, who inspired her to come from, originally she's from Western South Africa, from Zululand, not a place that particularly makes wine, and moved to the Cape Winelands in order to pursue her career in winemaking. And she's done very, very well.
So if your mum is a bit of a badass and a very strong-willed person who makes things happen, that does sound like the wine for them.
It is a really strong, powerful wine, like the woman who made it.
Nice, like that caption. And finally, the white, I have chosen Yealands. Now, I actually visited there recently in Marlborough in New Zealand and met the winemaker again, Natalie Christensen, who I just adore. She's the most colourful, warm, very funny woman in wine, and she's also won an absolute load of awards. So Yealands Winery is vast, it's beautiful, it's got these vistas over the sea, amazing and sustainable. They've won so many green awards, and I think that reflects in the wines. They do so much for the planet, and they do so much for the community. So if your mother is minded in that way, if she cares about sustainability, the planet, then these are the wines for her. And my mum personally loves a Sauvignon Blanc. New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, it's iconic for a reason. And this wine is absolutely gorgeous. Again, from a high street supermarket. I think this one's from Waitrose, but you can get them everywhere. And it's really beautiful. It's got all that zest and vibrancy that we've come to know and appreciate from those wines. But they've sort of toned down some of that gooseberry notes that they used to have, and it's got all these lovely fruit and floral notes, but in a really elegant way. So big fan of the winemaker, big fan of the wine, and important to say that although I'm here with the wine tasting shop from Balham, who I adore, and we mentioned where to get these wines from, this is not a paid advertisement or anything like this. This is just for fun and just because we like these wines.
We just like drinking them.
We do. Look, we've got a champagne, we've got a sparkling that actually got the winemaker beat champagne for best sparkling from England, just saying. We've got a red and we've got a white, all from different regions. And we didn't even chat about this beforehand.
No.
That was just instinctively done.
The one time we didn't fix it.
Cheers. Happy International Women's Day. We hope this inspires you to search out amazing wines by incredible female winemakers, and also to spoil your mum on Sunday, or whoever you want to spoil, really. So cheers. If you like this, please comment below, like, subscribe, and I'm here for you, the Wine Curious.